video would be a good idea to show you how we purchase material here at Best Recycling Services in Hollywood, Florida. We get phone calls of people who may never have recycled before, and they say, well, what do we do? Well, as you just saw, the customers usually just back up to the building, place their material on the scale. One of the people you saw helping was Al's youngest son, Dan Masuko. Help the customer put the material on the scale. We have here at the scale tickets, where basically a list of the different items we purchase. So we write down the amount of the weight. Then we ask the customer to follow us to the cashier window, and we ask them for their driver's license. A couple of things we want you to know that are very important. We get our scales checked annually by the state of Florida Department of Weights and Measures, and they certify that our scales are accurate. But some people worry about, well, how do the scales work and are they checked? So we want to let everybody know the scales are checked. Also, we place here in the window a list of all the items we buy and the current prices, because you never know, sometimes the price could go up, sometimes the price could go down. So we let people know all they need to do is come up to the window, see their item, and they'll see what they're getting. Once we get the driver's license from the customer, we take it with the purchase ticket inside. The license is photocopied directly onto the purchase ticket, because the state of Florida has laws pertaining to the buying of recyclable material. We do have in the window here just a little warning for those people that may be bringing in material that is not really theirs, which says Best Recycling Services participates with all law enforcement agencies in the prosecution of any individual who is engaged in the act of dealing in stolen merchandise. It's unfortunate, but you see in the newspaper or you see on TV, certain items just start disappearing, usually when the price of certain materials goes high. But we cooperate with all police agencies so they can track down material that may come in that doesn't belong to the individual who's selling it. Once we get the information from the customer, someone goes inside, we figure out the weight, the price, the amount. The customer then gets their money, and when they sign the ticket, on the bottom here it's a little affidavit that says any person who knowingly gives false verification of ownership or who gives a false or altered identification and who receives money or other consideration for a secondary metals recycle and return for regulated metals properly commits a felony of the third degree, and so on and so forth. But we want to make you aware these are the procedures that we go by. So if we ask you for your license, or we write down your vehicle make and model, your tag number, we're just doing our job pursuant to the laws of the state of Florida. Once the purchase ticket is filled out, the customer signs on the bottom, we give them their money, and the process is done. We hope that they come back many, many more times and recycle annually, regularly, as much as possible. And that's the customer experience for those of you that may have never come into a recycling facility.